Megan released a new song today called Hiss. Literally came out 1 hour ago. She said, in the song, she said, don't be mad at Megan, be mad at Megan's Law. I don't even know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all don't want me to start. Megan's Law is literally what requires offenders to register. Nicki's husband and brother are registered. So then Nicki previewed a song today, like literally right after the shoot was ready. She had it all ready to go. She said, bad bitch like 6 foot, I call her Bigfoot. A bitch fell off, I told him to get up on her good foot, because Megan got popped by Tory, you know?
Nicki Minaj being 48 years old and not being such a mean, nasty girl, a mean woman, I don't understand that. Why are you on here? I'm not even like a Megan Thee Stallion fan, none of that. But why are you on there talking about that girl gonna be running on her good foot for the rest of her days? Your husband is a sex offender. I mean, you married him.
Y'all, Latto has just entered the group chat to show support for Megan Thee Stallion and shade Nicki for dissing her. Latto and Nicki have had their fair share of issues for a hot minute now, and it's only getting messier because it looks like Latto is not scared to go to war with Nicki. So as you already know, Megan and Nicki recently got into a social media war after Megan dissed Nicki on her new song Hiss, and they've been involved in a messy back and forth ever since then. Well, Latto is throwing her weight behind Megan, and listen, this drama just got crazy.
Your bullet fragment. Now listen here. I don't have somebody that loves you and stand 10 toes down behind you. So you bringing up 30-year-old teeth when this man was a 15-year-old child. You bringing up 30-year-old teeth because no man has ever and will ever love you. And lying on your dead mother, on your dead mama, on your dead,
So it's starting to look like the Meg Thee Stallion has more supporters in the industry than we thought, because Latto is now speaking up in support of Megan, and she has publicly declared her support for her, because she also has her issues with Nicki. Honestly, it seems like she's more about siding against Nicki than siding with Megan, but again, it shouldn't be that surprising because Latto has gone through the same thing that Megan is going through with Nicki. So it looks like she's standing against their common op. Now, for those of you who don't remember Latto's issues with Nicki, it went down in September 2022 after Nicki used Latto as an example as to why the Grammys were being unfair to her. Nicki had been informed at the time that her song Super Freaky Girl was going to be moved into the pop category instead of rap. This upset Nicki, and she went live to accuse the Grammys of bias, pointing out that Latto's song Big Energy was going to be considered as rap, even though it sounded more like a pop song than Super Freaky Girl.
If Super Freaky Girl is pop, then so is Big Energy. If you move Super Freaky Girl out of pop and put it in, out of rap and put it in pop, do the same thing with Big Energy, right? Same producers on both songs, by the way, if you want to talk about it. So let's keep fair.
She also tweeted, I have no problem being moved out the rap category as long as we're all being treated fairly. If Super Freaky Girl has to be moved out of rap, then so does Big Energy. Anybody who says differently is simply a Nicki hater or a troll. I'd actually love to see a more street record win, male or female. She then replied to a tweet about how Latto referred to her Big Energy as a pop song, and she said, yikes. This was what got Latto mad, and she tweeted about not being able to celebrate her wins, and Nicki then called her out for not supporting her in public. Latto then revealed that she and Nicki had issues for a while, and that she had been in Nicki's DMs trying to fix it because she noticed that Nicki had been shading her on the timeline. She said, first of all, I texted you because I didn't want to do the internet thing with someone I looked up to. Just like the first time I DM'd you asking about your ongoing subtweets. I wanted to speak up because like I said, I do agree, but the way you're going about it seems malicious, especially how we left off. She continued, I've ignored countless subtweets since March and instead addressed you in the DM. You're asking why I didn't speak up in your defense? It's the same answer I gave you when you asked why I didn't congratulate you. You're literally older than my mom and trying to be a bully. Nicki then claimed that the reason Latto was so upset was that Nicki had refused to give her features, and she said, "Look at how this Karen makes up a fake beef and passive-aggressive attempt to show her frustration about me politely declining 3 featured requests. Scratch Off is just an entitled Karen who blames others for her album flopping. Better stop it, Scratch Off." Well, Latto then brought Nicki's husband into the situation, saying, "Being subbing, super freaky grandma is married and related to F and R words. You ain't gonna bully me, B. My idol turned rival, now you hating." She also claimed that Nicki was the problem in her feuds, saying, "I'll die on this hill by myself. Everybody ain't lying on you. We see the pattern, be for real." But whenever Nicki gets into an argument or a fight or anything, people are quick to bring up her husband's history. And of course they're gonna weaponize it against her. And I think that Megan's diss was the last straw, and that's why she's been acting out. Now, I'm not gonna defend Nicki or anybody really, but people have been using her husband as a munition against her. And like I said, she finally had enough and snapped. But anyways, one interesting thing about this beef with Latto is that it kind of proved that the issues between Nicki and Megan didn't start overnight, because it's been boiling up for a hot minute. During their spat, Latto shared screenshots of texts between her and Nicki saying, "You've shown me too much genuine love for what? To be exempt from something? I could say the same thing. But would you a Bigfoot care?" No. Nicki was trying to claim that she showed Latto and someone called Bigfoot so much love, but all she got in return was fake love. Now, at the time, we didn't really know who Bigfoot was, but recently we found out that Bigfoot was Nicki's code name for Megan Thee Stallion because she got shot in the foot by Tory Lanez. Well, that was 2022, but in reality, the beef went back even further because Nicki and Megan fell out around 2020. A lot of people believe that that's the reason they fell out, was that Megan had worked with Cardi B on WAP. But this apparently was not the case because Nicki spoke highly of Megan after WAP dropped. She even praised Megan for graduating from college, saying, "One of my favorite things about Megan is her desire to further her education. It's so important for women to feel inspired to achieve goals outside of social media, where the focus is usually placed on their bodies or who they're dating at the time. Megan is the perfect example that we can have fun and be smart at the same time." But people wasn't buying it at the time, and they believed that Nicki wasn't being sincere, and the praises didn't come from the start because she was just trying to not appear like a bully. The timing after their beef was kinda weird, especially after Nicki and Megan quietly unfollowed each other on social media. And like I always say, when these celebs start unfollowing each other, there's always something going on behind the scenes. However, the beef stayed low-key between them, and it wasn't messy for the most part, even though there were a few shady shots thrown here and there between the both of them. But you had to really have your ears to the streets to catch the shade. Now, for example, fans believe that Megan threw some sneaky shade at Nicki during her interview with CR Fashion Book. In the interview, Megan was asked about what she thought about rap and women in the rap game, and if she believed that the women were finally being appreciated in rap music. And she named rappers that she considered to be her idols, saying, "Women are killing the rap game, so there's no debate about our staying power. There's still work to be done in terms of equality in hip-hop, but it's come a long way, and we have to thank queens that paved the way for our generation. There is no Meg Thee Stallion without Salt and Pepper, Queen Latifah, Trina, Gangsta Boo, Missy Elliott, Lil Kim, Eve, and so many others." Y'all know how I said that the shade was very subliminal? Well, Megan did not exactly diss Nicki, but the fact that she deliberately left Nicki out of the list of women who inspired her in rap was very shady to fans, especially because only a couple years before that, she claimed that Nicki was her #1 inspiration and that she'd always admired Nicki.
Love you! Oh my gosh! Since 2008, when I was in 8th grade and I could listen to rap music on.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
But Megan isn't the only one who's been accused of throwing shade, because in the past couple of years, Nicki has also been caught being shady towards Megan and mocking her on a couple of occasions, even throwing shade at her in her songs. For example, Nicki was accused of clowning Megan while Megan was in the middle of her beef with her label, 1501 Entertainment. And she also threw shade at Megan after Megan's album Traumazine underperformed. At the time, Megan was having issues with her label 1501 Certified Entertainment. And she had a lot of messy back and forth with Carl Crawford, who owned the label, and things got so messy that there were several lawsuits involved in the case. Megan came this close to scrapping the album entirely, but luckily she didn't, and she got the green light to drop the album. However, when she eventually dropped it, the sales were a little underwhelming because it only moved 69,000 copies the first week, which is kinda low. Now after that album dropped, Megan sued her label again, accusing them of contributing to the album's poor sales and marketing, and also deliberately sabotaging her. And listen y'all, it was a whole mess. But before the official numbers were released, chart data gave an estimated number saying Meg Thee Stallion's Traumazine aiming for top 10 debut on the US albums chart with 40 to 50k units sold first week. And then almost immediately after that, Nicki tweeted, "Mwah!" And not long after that, she also tweeted, "They wanna be us so bad." While Nicki didn't exactly name Megan, the timing of it all was very sus, because come on y'all, let's have a little honesty here. Yeah, things were tense between the two of them, and Nicki was believed to have thrown shade at Megan in her song Red Ruby Da Sleeves, which she released last year. I'm talking about the part where she said, 700 on them horses when I'm fixing to leave, but I don't F with them horses since Christopher Reeves. Gotta be careful when I dip, it's flips all in the whip, it's 40s with 30 clips, FNs within the switch. Now the part about the horse is a double entendre, because one part of it refers to the actor Christopher Reeves, R.I.P., Superman, and how he had a horse accident that left him paralyzed for life and ended his career. On the other hand, people felt like it was a dig at Megan because a stallion is a type of horse. You know, horse, stallion, okay, y'all get it. But some fans felt like the dig was more about how Nicki was messing with Megan, wasn't messing with Megan anymore because she went behind her back to work with Cardi B. Now there was also some talk about how the part about 40s and 30 clips is a reference to Megan getting shot by Tory Lanez. Now fans thought it was sus that the line came immediately after the line about not trusting horses, aka stallions. Well, things got even messier when Nicki performed Red Ruby Da Sleeves at the Rolling Loud Festival. During her performance, she paused her set and made sure that the emphasis of the line was clear, and people believe that she really wanted to send her message across, just in case we didn't catch the shade in the song.
I said it's 700 horses when we fixing to leave, but I don't f horses since Christopher Reeves.
But anyways, at the time Nicki dropped Red Ruby Da Sleeves, Megan was on a break from social media because of the whole messy situation with Tory Lanez trial. And it was a really tough period for her to be on social media at all because she was getting a lot of hate for it. But not long after Nicki dissed Megan on stage, one of Megan's writers, Buddha Bless, took to Twitter to hint that Megan was going to release new music where she's going to clap back at Nicki. He tweeted, "Diss soon," and added a horse emoji, and I think that meaning was very clear. This immediately led to speculations that Megan was going to hit Nicki back with a clap back of a diss track. And it looks like Nicki's diss made Megan real mad because she finally came out of her hiatus and attended the Vanity Fair Oscar party. And she hinted that she was going to be dropping a track for a really specific someone.
Are you working any new music? Can we expect a new single?
I am. New album.
When
Y'all bye.
Well, Nicki dropped her album Pink Friday too, and in the song FTCU, fans picked up a sneak diss at Megan again, where Nicki said, "Stay in your Tory Lane, B, I'm not Iggy." Again, people were talking about how this line was a direct shot at Megan, which isn't hard to believe because of her situation with Tory Lanez in the shooting. Also the messy trial and how badly Megan was treated in the media and on social media and all that stuff. Even though it was been a year since the judgment, a lot of people still hold Megan responsible for ruining Tory's life and career, even though she wasn't the one who filed the lawsuit to begin with. Now, if you're wondering why Nicki brought Iggy into it, well, the streets are saying that Megan has been accused of allegedly copying and stealing some of Iggy Azalea's visuals for her own music videos. Now, Iggy has never really addressed it and has chosen to ignore it, which is why the line about "stay in your lane because I'm not Iggy" makes a lot of sense. But anyways, Nicki finally addressed her situation with Megan, and she revealed that the reason that they had fallen out was that Megan had made an insensitive comment when she told her that she could be pregnant. She claimed that Megan tried to force her to drink and told her to go to the clinic.
Is Happy gonna be upset? I said something earlier, girl. she put me in check so fast. She was like, hold on, because my husband, he's in the other room. I was like, ooh.
Because I know he was back there on his husband. You said what you said, but that's
I ain't even gonna say what I said.
and so
But if it happened.
She tweeted, y'all want to bring up family members and lying on your dead mother? Told me to drink and go to the clinic if I was pregnant. All because I wouldn't let your funky butt pour liquor down my throat? B thinks she a bully because she got a Rock Nation brunch every year. Be mad at party. He told all your tea, but you taking shots at my family? Get up on your good foot. Go apologize to your mother, you nasty serpent. But then Nicki also came out to admit that she wasn't pregnant when Megan made that statement. I wasn't preggers yet though, babe. I told that funky serpent though. She just kept pushing it and pushing it. Well, the statement offended Nicki so bad that she claimed that it was the real reason that she and Megan stopped being cool. They shaded each other off and on for a couple of years until Megan threw that massive shade saying, these girls don't be mad at Megan. These girls mad at Megan's law. I don't really know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all don't want me to start. Now this line set Nicki off because she caught her shade square in the chest. Now a hit dog gon' holler. And like I said before, people are always quick to bring up Nicki's husband. Whenever they start dragging her, it's like their #1 ammunition. Well, Nicki decided to clap back and she went live almost immediately to give us a taste of her diss track, Bigfoot.
she like 6 foot. I call it Bigfoot. The fell off. I said, get up on your Bigfoot.
Over that 72-hour period, she dropped that song and the Barbs did their thing and ran it up. It ended up breaking a couple of records on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music. But Nicki didn't stop there because she went live several times to even talk more about the situation. And in another live session, she mocked Megan, saying that she still had bullet fragments from Tory Lanez incident in her foot, clowned her for being single, telling her that she was unlovable, and even accused Megan of bringing up old tea from when Nicki's husband was just 15.
Bullet fragment, your bullet fragment, bullet fragment. Now listen here. Don't have somebody that loves you and stand 10 toes down behind you. So you bringing up 30-year-old teeth when this man was a 15-year-old child. You bringing up 30-year-old teeth because no man has ever and will ever love you. And lying on your dead mother, on your dead mama, on your dead, you know, lied on a dead mama.
Now, the fact that she's referring to an essay case as tea rubbed a lot of fans the wrong way. She also shaded Megan and called her out for rapping off beat.
Because you have 3 Grammys and you have to learn how to rap on the beat and being comfortable in the music.
Then she brought up Megan's mom again.
You let everyone just be thrown under the bus. You let the baby be thrown under the bus, Tori, your best friend, your mom. You better go conjure up your mother and say and apologize. That's disgusting.
She then tried to call Megan a 403 when she said, Megan's law, for a free beat you can hit Megan raw. She also made fun of Megan's messy situation with her former label and claimed that Megan was trying to sabotage her, saying, went to college and claimed she didn't understand her contract. Dumb B, she and her team told the producer she's effing and sucking to not clear a beat song I've had for 6 years when they were begging me to use it. She doesn't want my song to come out. She also called out Megan directly, saying, you scary broke H, scared of me putting a song out trying to spar with the queen? Lied on your dead mom. Nicki then retweeted a post from a fan that talked about how Megan was playing Nicki for attention, saying, Bigfoot is a professional victim. She is not going to respond to Nicki. She needs Nicki to look like the bully because she profits off sympathy. She's going to be mute for a while, and she played this exact game with Tory. Nicki then dragged Megan's management company, Rock Nation, and accused them of running a smear campaign against her. She shared a screenshot of an ad by Rock Nation promoting Megan's song and wrote, spending so much money, but she's the little broke independent artist. Desiree, you gotta let it go, baby. The world knows that she's ASS and can't rap. Stop trying to make fetch happen. I just put out a song with no promo, no video. It's already number 2. But she didn't stop there, and she went ahead to threaten to expose the CEO of Rock Nation, Desiree Perez, and she tweeted, "On the next song, I delve into all the people Desiree allegedly fired for unknown reasons, other things as well. So many people were blindsided and hurt by her, allegedly. She's willing to go broke to try to replace me? Fix it, Jesus." She also doubled down that Rock Nation had been running smear campaigns against her, paying people to make TikToks or tweet negative things about her to make her look bad, just because they wanted her to look crazy in public, so it was easy to discredit her.
And the paid for TikToks and the paid for tweets, to the point where people got their little $250 for their tweet to say something bad about Nicki Minaj, and then the next day it was like, bitch, yeah, anyway, I'm going, right? I'm listening to Bigfoot. So I don't know why anybody of that, and I'm not talking about any rapper, I'm talking about a company or companies.
Now, while Nicki was flipping out, all Megan did was troll her by posting this meme of herself laughing, and it kind of explains why Nicki was so upset. Well, Latto also stepped into the situation and threw her full weight behind Megan to troll Nicki. Megan posted a picture on Instagram writing, "Hotties, I really love and appreciate everything. Keep running up hiss everywhere." Latto then commented, "You making us proud, Meg." It's such a simple statement, but listen, she passed her message right along, and fans have been leaving comments saying, "I may be alone on this, but I feel for Cardi, Latto, and Megan. Imagine meeting one of your idols, getting to know her, and then end up beefed out with her. If I ever beefed with someone I looked up to, that would genuinely crush me, even if only for a moment. I said Meg, Latto, and Cardi need to make a song together. It'll kill the noise." And Megan was never the problem. Cardi was never the problem. Latto was never the problem. Lil' Kim was never the problem. Remy was never the problem. Azalea was never the problem. All these people liked that lady at some point, and they've all fallen out. Y'all don't see the issue? Yeah, there's a lot going on here, but I need to know, are y'all team Nicki or team Megan? Drop your thoughts in comments below and then check out this next video.